Hey everyone, Kyle once again, and welcome back to the next episode review of from Old Country Bumpkin to Master Swordsman, episode 3. And this show has been shown to be a good contender for another good series of the season. And it's proven to me that I've been enjoying this series, and especially for our main guy Barrel. Now this, because after the little wizard challenges him, and she summons like a whole bunch of fire magic, like, well, I guess shows a little bit of the realism, I guess, because she summons a huge fireball, right, and our guy Barrel, he gets out of the way, right. Usually, a lot of times, when someone like that, oh, did he stand the ground? They can just show off him by cutting it in half or something, right? No, he literally jumps out of the way. Although he does stand his ground when fires like the little smaller ones, right? But even by blocking them, he is getting a little bit burned by them because it's fire. But so when it comes to like the fireball, he gets out of the way because for good reason. But with like the little ones, he can just block it, but it's kind of burning him a little bit. And then she has a power to use ice magic, and then she can also use electricity as well. And there was a point where she was gonna like summon like what would look like was a black hole, but she decided not to, so she retracted that back. And say, hey, but at the end she said, hey, that was a good fight, holding on your own as a swordsman. Yeah, it was a pretty good fight. So, um, so afterwards, goes have a talk with the guild master, with Alicia there, and the master wizard and the guild master. And although they say like, oh, she uses magic to make herself look young, so they don't know how old she is. And the other guy was a Megan, I think, who kind of looks like the butler of the guild master. Even though he says, hey, well, even though people can vouch for you, though, I want to see proof, like, basically, if you're really that good as you say you are. Even though her students, Lucia, can vouch that he is that good, and so they devise a way to have a fight, in which his other student, Serena, wants to challenge him for it. So, and then we get the little backstory and how she met him, like when she was a girl and she lost her parents because of this demon attacked the wagon, and so the mother pushed her into the river. Although honestly, despite the fact that the driver and the father could not would never have made it though, but I think the mother could have jumped out into the river with her though, but has to give it more a tragic story though, right? So she made it out. That's when a young Beryl finds her and keep nurses him, to perfect health, to back to health, right? And tells her, hey, she sees him training with a sword and say, hey, want to learn? And from that point though, she really has grown to her master and mastering the swords or so. And after this, she got better, more skilled, and now she's this black adventurer that she is now. And she's very proud that she's learned so much from him, and he knows that he's been very proud that she became his student. And so as the fight goes, and say, hey, as the fight goes, like while he's blocking, say, hey, well, you never neglect your training for not even a minute. I'm very proud of you. Although she had one weakness though, so I like that skill, like how he gets his wood though, because if I with wooden swords, all right, he gets the sword like into like the handle of the sword has a little metal loop that goes around to the handle, right? He managed to go right in through that part of the sword, disarms her of that, and then takes and trips her, and then game set match. So everyone's been impressed, and then the guy Megan, it says like, "Oh, I'm sorry I doubted you." And this said that, well, that for Serena, she's more or less trained on her left hand than her right is, so that's how he was able to win. And it's like, well, of course, as usual, the guy is being humble to himself. It's like, well, if it wasn't for another 10 more seconds, then I would have lost. So the guy is still as humble as ever. So he wants to take these other few recruits to go to this dungeon. So as these three people, these young kids, to go to this dungeon, which they can detect monsters, and then afterwards, this one kid goes out in front and gets picked up by this. Kind of looks like they say it's a. They say another name though, but it kind of looks resemble like a griffin. I would say a griffin, and then that concludes that. So, but yeah, episode 3 has been also enjoyed it. It's been showing like how a little bit of realism, because like especially in the opening, like how he get, especially with the gets that fireball, right, like how a lot of characters, they can just stand there and just break the fireball, but no, he literally gets out of the way, and when he does block this moment, he really is standing getting burned. So it shows a little bit of the realism of fighting, right, even despite him a swordsman, and he's up against a person who has magic, right, in a world that has in a world that has magic. And like how much that he's been very proud of his student of Serena, and how, despite the fact she's been very skilled and she's very fast as well, her left hand was a little bit lacking, and compared to, that's how he was able to trip her and win. So, and she even forgot to bow before a match, so she hasn't even forgotten anything that he taught her. So she's been a very proud student, and you can see that he said, "I'm very proud of you." So we still have the nice character. We still get the nice character moments between like the master and student, right? And and it's been really enjoyable. So it's Old Country Bumpkin to Swordsman. It's been a very interesting show to watch. So yeah. So that being said, yeah, very proud student, proud master, and still, even just by the fact him going up against a wizard with magic, though, he still managed to hold out on his own for wherever he can. And now the test is now that, guess this out. I would say I call it a griffin. It looks like a griffin to me. But we'll see on the next one. So thanks for watching. Stay tuned for the next episode review. We'll see you next time. Later.